Let me put the music down a bit. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thought I'd try to create a bit of an intro, but I did that wrong. I started streaming on YouTube when I wanted to only stream to Twitch, but that's fine. For those who have seen the previous ones, know that normally it doesn't move that fast. And all of a sudden now it does. And I also think I did the phase, hadn't done the phases of the moon yet. But don't worry, I'll walk you through that. I was thinking today, I'm gonna walk you through what I did to speed this thing up. And also what I'm planning to do with the moon. Because in this period that I'm now recording, where I am, the moon is actually in the sky in the middle of the day. And I think it was the last time or the time before that, when in my LED board, the moon would overlap the sun, and the sun would shine through the dark pieces of the moon. So we need to fix that so that it could actually eclipse one another, should that actually happen. And I might actually, and if we have time after that, I will actually add in the stars, because I do miss them. It would be nice to have some stars in here. But let me show you what I did first to make this move faster. Because I already knew that it was moving so slow because of the calculations of the sky that the sky was doing. I had these calculations. I had already made them smaller last time so that it would be just these 4 very long ones. But what I did is that I made it calculate every LED or pixel in this screen, and that was taking up so much time. So you might have already seen it a bit. I had made another array. Hooray, hooray for an array. And what this array stores is actually all the colors for this first column. That's why I called it sky column 0, because this is column 0. And because of the way that we build the sky up, it's always the same. The color only varies with height. So whether I grab this column or this column, they would look exactly the same. So instead of having it calculate everything, it only calculates what the color of this column needs to be, and it puts it in this array for me. And that is what actually now gets calculated with this whole thing. And then I simply tell it to fill up the rest, so the base array, to fill it up with the color of the first one in the row. So it simply grabs the color of the first pixel in that same row. And when I did that, it started to speed up significantly. So that's really nice and very helpful. That makes quite a difference. As for the phases of the moon, and I made a loop. Because the thing is, with the moon that we had like last time, that the moon could still be in the sky when the new day rolls over. So instead of just simply putting here and say moon cycle, phase that one, and with the new day it changes, because that's not going to work. Because if the moon is in the sky in the middle of the night, it will just change phase while it's still in the sky. So to account for that, I simply add to the moon phase after the moon has fallen. Instead of waiting for midnight to roll over, I simply look at when the moon falls on that day. So that could be 6 o'clock in the morning or noon. But once the moon is out of sight, it will add to the phase, called M phase. But I also had to make a check that when it gets to like the end of the array that we use for the moon phases, it goes back to 0 and starts all over again, that it cycles. I have an idea. There's an echo in here. That's why. Cool. So that's how I did that. I also added the day so that this one keeps adding up, just for a little bit of extras. But in my notes, you might have already seen, I have been looking up how the time module works. And I have found a reference as to and now I put clock to 0. But this import can actually give me the time on the computer. But then I need to know what that looks like, or what kind of value it gives it. And that's what I looked up here. And it's an array. Surprise, surprise. So if I ask for local time, so use this, it's actually an array. And this array in the first position, so position 0, it will give me the year. The second one will give me the month from 1 to 12. The third or second position will give me the day of the month, and the hour, minutes, second, weekdays, saying like from Monday to Sunday in the form of 0 to 6. And if I really want to, it can give me the how manyest day in the year it is. So I can use that in the sense that I am not going to implement this yet, because then it's a horror to test this. But I can use the way that the output looks. That's why I made this clock idea. And then later on, when I'm actually ready, I can simply input this into that variable that I have been using. And that's then only one step, and then I'm done. Technically. But that means that for the rest, I need to start using this clock. I'm wondering if I should already do that today or maybe next time, but it is good for me to actually keep that in mind for the next codes that I make, that these are the things that I need to keep in mind when I'm writing the code. That's why I kind of put it here, so that I can, and this was an example. So I'm asking for position 4, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The minutes. Okay, that's the minutes. A 5 would then be the second. Okie dokie. So we have that already here to look at, just in case I'm actually going to use it. Yes. So I could have done this in 2 ways when I'm talking about the first column of the sky. I could have immediately write it to the base and simply told this one to simply look at the first in the base, which would work technically, but I might get in trouble later for things like the moon, because we're working with layers. I had a good reason for it, but I can't remember it now. But I went for this because I'm going to use use that column 0 array to do my moon. Because you just now saw, like, what is it? First quarter come by, and it has like one part of it is black and the other part of it is like daylight is white. Now we have a full moon. The point is that it will be always the color of the sky. So at night you can't really tell the difference, but if it would come up during the day, you would actually just see blue in that what is now blackish area. One of the things that I'm thinking about, this is a local variable right now. So, so if I go to another function and tell it to look at that array, it can't, because the array is only used inside this variable and not mentioned outside of it. So that won't work. Okay. There are 2 ways I could go by it. I can return the sky column, or I can lift the entire thing outside of this function. This is where my lack of programming experience comes in. So if I lift this out, I'm going to copy it out instead of lifting it out. So that it simply gets reset every time it comes by, which is a good idea, I think. Do let me know if the music is too much. Okay. Yeah. No. It's not what I wanted to happen. Okay. So then we go to the moon. Okay. So what I did was everything that has to be the same color of the background should be 0. Which is always fine if there's nothing in the background. But in this case, when the moon slides over the sun, it will have the sun as background. And that is what's going to shine through. That's not what we want. So I think we need to change the 0 into either another number or another letter. But let's have a look at what it says here. Okay. So then we have to kind of, I think, make an if statement before it goes into like 3. Yeah. Well, I'm going to change it to 2, maybe. How do I make it? Color C shape. Okay. I'm going to put in an if statement. If. And then I say shape. Oh, I used a cap in there. Oops. Phase, because we need to have the right phase. And then say X. And then say Y, so that it looks at the right. If we are turning it into 2, we could turn it into 2. Yeah, sure. We'll just turn it into 2. Is more than 1. Do this. And this line will put in an else. But we need to copy this anyway. Nope. I wish it would show me what the indent is, but it doesn't. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it doesn't need to be clamped, though. And it's going to be... Doesn't need to be clamped, because it's already clamped from the beginning. Sky. Column. 0. Huh. Let's see if I did not... write that wrong. Because it's me we're talking about, and I'm very good at writing stuff wrong. I think I only did caps locks wrong, though. Okay. Let's go with X. And then C. Because it's a 2D array. So I'm using X to say at what height it is, and then see which one of the 3 colors it is. Basically. So that should work. It's not going to work yet because we have nothing. Here is nothing in the moon array yet is above 1. So that's not going to pop yet, but we can see if it gives us an error. Right. Oh, come on. You can do this, camera. There we go. So it's not giving us an error yet. And the moon has already passed by. So that's good. Okay. Just already knowing that we're not going to be able to see the background if we do the moon during the day. Let's just put the moon then, or if we do the moon during the night, it's black, so we can't really see the difference. Let me say moonfall 20. Sure. So now the moon will come near the sun too. Yeah, both of them are coming over. And yeah, okay. So you could just see what I meant. You couldn't see the moon, the face, even though the moon is always in front of the sun. So you shouldn't be able to see the sun through the moon. Because the moon is a solid. It's gonna be 2s, right? Yes, 2. 2. 2 and 2. Let's do these. Okay. We've done 2 phases, the first 2 half phases. So the first time is going to be a full moon, so then we can't really check it yet. But the next one will all be gibbous moon. Okay, it's black. That's not really what we were going for. Okay, why are you black? But it's not giving us an error though. Come on, please work. No, it's black. Okay. Am I referencing it wrong? I am using the right naming convention. For this. Is it? No, because the moon gets drawn after the sky. So the whole variable of the sky column should have changed and not reset it. Because here I reset it back to 0, but then immediately after I fill it up for it to draw the sky. Conundrum. What happens if I comment this out? Wait, no. Let's say comment out. I don't think that's the problem, but invalid syntax on 294. 294. 294. 2, 9, 4. This one. Oh, hey. Let me also change this one. So it goes faster next time I run it. So we don't have to wait a cycle. It has color now. Though I think it's Y. It should be Y instead of X. Let's go again. It's still darker though. During the day it's okay, but after that... Huh? Or, oh, yes. Ooh, stupid. I didn't account for the position of the moon in the sky. I simply gave it the position of the array with the moon, and that will never go beyond 8. Huh. So I need to grab this whole thing, I guess. No errors yet. Oh, error. We get an error. Error. Tube index out of range. Okay. So most likely it is X. It is X, isn't it? Please let that be it. It does look good now. Get no error. The color is correct. Yes. Well, it wasn't that much about having the sun being eclipsed, but more of having the right color in the moon when it's up during the day. And that it does now. So I'm going to do that for the rest. Even. Especially for the new moon, that would be interesting. Let me do this, and then I already restarted. So when the new moon rolls over, we can see what happens. Because that would definitely eclipse the sun. Again. Nope. The first quarter, it already kind of shows what it does. This is nice. That's actually pretty nice. It looks nice too, which makes me very happy. The idea that I'm putting extra effort into making this work and that it actually looks nice too. Okay, almost done. Done. So we got that working now, which is cool. I'm also still thinking about the idea that Satya mentioned, that if it's a full moon, that the tree might have some light still falling on it because the moon is so bright. That's something for a lot later, but it's already bouncing around in my head that I can like drag all the color out of it and only make the blue still visible kind of idea. And that I can link that to the moon. But I wonder how that would look like if there's a full moon in the middle of the day. If this... Because I don't want the ground to look a little bit more bluish than it would. So there needs to be, like... another thing to consider when making it. But that's the fun of doing this stuff anyway. Alright, stars. I should do stars, shouldn't I? Yeah. Because it would add a lot if I did stars. Let me have a look at my notes. Change the sky code to calculate less. Done that. And the rest we haven't done yet. Yes, the drawing the ground after the moon is also going to be a thing. Because right now, the ground is drawn along with the sun because the ground is dependent upon the sun. And after that, we draw the moon. So you can see it already, like, clipping on the sides. And that's kind of the wrong order. You have to, like, see, like, sheets of acrylic with stuff painted on it that has to like stack up until you get like the pretty picture. So we have the sky in the back, then we have the sun, then we have the moon, then we have the ground, and then we have the time and date indicators. Those are the last ones that should be drawn. But I promised stars first, so let's do that. Yeah, let's take this one out. When should these stars appear? Technically, they should already be here when, like, the sun goes down at dawn and dusk. But we just got the sky to calculate stuff. So, I already thought, you know, the stars just needs to be 1 pixel. It's not going to be like a cross. In comparison to how big the moon is, it's ridiculous for it to be resembling a cross. So we're going to do just 1 light for now, and we can always change it later into like yeah, things you sometimes see. So it needs to come after this. And let me have a look, see what's the color of the moon. Am I gonna make it brighter than the moon or not? I don't know. But we're going to grab it. Put it in here. And say S color. S for star. Okay. We have all this. So after this has been done, we need to draw the stars. I'm already thinking, should I put that in an array maybe? Should I make it calculate where to put stars, or should I just go, nah, put a star there, there, and there? Because that would be hard-coded, and I don't like hard code, but maybe that's just what I should do. Then I could put the color here, by the way. Or just make it like a different section on itself. And say let's take it out here first. And let's go for 16. 10. You always need to have 2, so we're going I'm writing position wrong, aren't I? It's position. Position. Okay. Position. Oh, there's no extras in that. Right? Oh, whatever. Okay. So. Then. How do I make it run? I think with a while statement. Oh, no. Just a for statement again. For... It doesn't need to be Y or X. We just need something to track the length of this array. W. Zero. Just need to be within brackets. Now I'm just guessing how I'm supposed to write this. I know I have it somewhere. But just it checks the length of the array and... Okay. Len. Okay. So it is Len. Now we can simply... we don't have to grab this. No, we don't. We can say base. We do need this C thing. For the simple reason that we are doing 3 colors, blah 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 blah. But for base is in S position. W. Right. And then we say let's not forget the extra one. And this is for the S position in 0. So the S position W would be this. Then 0 would be that. Right? Do I need to say W? Yes, I do. Oh, no, no. Well, an array is never a bad idea. Yeah. And we go and say this one, C. So then it should go in that. Would it already work, or will it give me back a problem? Unindent doesn't match any outer indent level in 192. It's an indent error, it says. Which... No. That should be fine. That's why I wish I could see the indent. Okay, it's not giving me an error, but it is giving me one white dot. It's only one, though. But I think I know why. Though. Let's try again. Hey! So this should be the second one, and this one is the first. I do want to put one there. There's quite empty space now. So let's do that. Let's say it's on 4 and I don't know, 5. Yeah. And the moon doesn't show it through. It technically shouldn't, but you never know sometimes with code. It does weird stuff. Or at least things you did not account for. Let's put another one. I want one here, maybe a small cluster of them. Would be nice, I guess. Just adding random numbers in here. Well, not exactly random, but yeah. Because it would be weird for... I know that the stars technically move throughout the night, except for, like, the North Star. But to go and make stars at random... Nah. is not what I'm thinking about, though. We might do that later. But it still makes me think, where do I need to put these in? Because during the night it's fine to have them there. A bit too random for my taste. Maybe I should add a few more here, because that's still a very empty space. I remember somebody telling me it's never really random. Because it's still by design, sort of. But at least it's in here now, and I can simply change the positions right here, and that would dictate where all the stars go. Great. I can even dictate the color. Maybe that's something I can do. I can make them less bright. Or I can actually use a random function. That would actually be fun. I just don't know how to say random. But most likely. Random function on. It's a module again. Random returns a random float between 0 and 1. I know that there's another one in which you can say a random value between this and this. How is that? Return a random number between the given range. That sounds like what I'm looking for. And I can tell that a random number between the given range. It has it twice, but one is called rand int, which I think it means it's integer, which is great because then I don't have to go like use the clamp function. But of course, it's a module. I have to import random. Okie dokie. So that. Go back here. So what I want to do is say I want to give it a random number. Random. Rand int. I'm kind of assuming because I say, because it says int, that it will give me back an integer. And that it will do it between the range of 10 and that one. That way I can say it should never be brighter than this. Which is great. Because if I think they are too bright, I can simply tone them down here and that should work. Should. Let's see if it actually does. If I don't get an error. I'm not getting... Oh! Holy moly. Okay. I should have expected that. But this is Disco Stars. And it's not really what I'm looking for. Yeah. I wanted the difference to be slight. So we're just going to say... That's too much. Alright. Well, this I like better. It's still a little bit too in some occasions. But I think during the night that's fine, actually. It kind of does give that sparkle. That I was kind of looking for, the flickering thing, but instead of making it flicker in intensity, I'm making it flicker in color spectrum a bit. Which is okay. And most likely on the camera you can't really see it, but it's very subtle, which I like. Yeah, I like that. But I am going to make it less bright though. Cool, you can hardly see them during the day this way. They're still there. But from a distance you can hardly see it. They're there. And when the sun is fully up, it's like grayish spots. Okay. So what I'm going to do is make it look at what is coming in. So I'm saying phase and step, right? So phase is phase of the day. And it should only... Damn. It should be visible. So 0 is dawn. It should start there. And fade out using this step. During noon, which is 1, it should end. Uh, 2 during dusk. It should just be on. And 3 is night. It should also be on. Okay. The reason I'm doing it this way is because the phase says like the position in which it starts and it fades into something. So at dusk and night it should be visible. I'm trying to build in the fade. I'm going to try to build in the fade. A fade, technically, but so day phase. Where did I put it? I put day phase and phase step are the variables that I am going to use. So it's going to be if can I paste that here so I can actually if day phase is 0, I guess, then it's dawn. Then it needs to fade in the opposite direction. So if day phase is 0, now we can it's this, but we need to use the phase step. Was the phase step going in reverse or up? I can't remember anymore. Fade times phase step. Minus phase step. Yeah, because the phase step is always either a 1 or a 0. We're gonna try it one way, see what happens, and if that's not the right way, we'll try the other. Then we are going to use clamp though, just to be sure. But that is going to be that value times phase step. Okay. And here there should be another if, but I'm going to put in an else first. Just to see if I don't get an error. Okay, it's night. Now it's error. Converting float to integer. This is a float. Of course, that's a float. Should I immediately make it a clamp or just say int? Because this was can only multiply to 0 and 1. It's not going to do anything. Right, night, and then we get I am already seeing another problem. Which is, it is turning darker. But it's turning black when it actually should be grabbing the background of the It's gonna be the same problem with this guy, isn't it? Oh jeez Louise. We can use this guy column for it, I guess. Yeah, that's what we have to do. And then we are going to clamp just to not get into trouble later. Clamp. Okay. Going to be plus. Yep. Sky column C position go for the first one. That position. Which is time one minus phase step. Yeah, okay. Do I get an error? No. Hey! It did disappear. Did it disappear in the right color, though? I think it does. Yeah, it does. Cool. Great. Okay. That means we can say an else if. Alright. Without the S. Else if day phase is 1, which is new. And it should be an and, shouldn't it? And step or phase step. Hello, Yaravana. And if phase step is not 0, what's an is not?
Hi.
Hello. It's not 0.
Well, I may mess with my volumes.
What's an is not? Comment, syntax. Is that syntax?
What is what? I'm sorry, I have no clue what we're doing.
Alright, it's part of the if then else. If something, if I don't want something to be equal to, then the exclamation mark needs to be in front of the.
Yes, that
equal
is the
sign?
correct syntax. Now I know what we're doing.
Yeah, sorry. Well, it's not called syntax. I was looking at Python syntax, and it wasn't in there. I had to see look in Python if else.
Okay, well that'll do.
Yeah. I made the it move faster now.
I can see that.
Because I made it calculate less, and now I'm putting in stars.
Nice.
Yes, at least I hope so. Now I'm making the stars fade along with the sky color, so that you don't see them during the day.
Yeah. Because that would be strange.
Yes, it would. In this part, I need to reverse it. Because here I do want them to come through. Can you hear the music all right?
I'm not hearing any music, but I am like on Discord and I have the Twitch sound off currently, so.
Oh, yeah.
I can check the Discord sound. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Or the Twitch sound.
Yeah, the Twitch. thingamajig.
Yeah, it's fairly soft, but it's there.
Cool.
Well, it shouldn't be too loud anyway.
No, that's true. Okay, I think I'll still have stars in noon before it starts to fade. Oh no, I don't.
No, they seem to be doing what you want, I think.
Yeah, but I made an else if and made it an and statement.
You're gonna have to point out the code to me, because I can't
Yeah.
see right now.
I have like the phases of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling it the phase 0 is like dusk.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the moments that it has to like fade into the background.
The stars, you mean?
Yeah, the stars. We're
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm counting the stars right now. And then if it's not dusk, it will move on to the next else if. And in that one I say if the phase is noon.
Mm-hmm.
But I also say and if it's starting to phase to a different day phase. So if it's starting to fade, sorry.
Yeah.
Then make the stars come back. And if else, so which is like dusk and midnight, it should
Then
just show the stars.
Yeah, but it's also doing it during the fade now, indeed.
Yeah, but there's a moment here where nothing in the if-else statement, like noon,
It's not face up.
it should not be, it should fall into the else category, shouldn't it? And right now it doesn't seem to.
Yeah, it seems to, because there's no stars.
Yeah, but where does it fall?
That should be in the else then, but is the else not no stars? Because I can't tell from the color coding.
Yeah, right now I have like the else if selected, and below that you have the else if.
Yeah, I see that, but what is it supposed to do when it falls into the else? Is that like no stars?
No, full stars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I wonder. Let me put up the brightness of the stars. Maybe I can then see it better if it's...
Don't seem to be there during the day, which is good, I think. But if you don't know how you got there.
I'm just wondering what it's doing with the rest.
Oh.
I'll just turn it up fully. Let's see what happens. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Go. Now it should be extremely white. Well, not extremely white because I'm putting a randomizer in it, but it's not there.
Hmm. But 0 is day.
Day phase 0 is dawn.
Okay.
Day phase 1 is noon.
Mm-hmm.
So the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And day phase 2 is dusk, and day phase 3 is night.
Night. But then, if it's day phase 0, then they are mild, I guess.
Yeah, it is, because right now it's 0 and it, yeah.
They are fading out. That is the idea,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm saying during noon, it should only start doing something when it starts to fade into dusk.
It is doing that.
Yes, that's doing it. But what happens to the part when it's noon and it's not phasing?
Then it's just going to stay, then it's going to go in the else and it's just going to stay on the color that it already was, I assume?
Yeah, but it's not in the else. Because it's not there during noon.
Yeah, but
And
they
I'm-
faded out. So if you're not changing the color when they're in the else, or are you? Oh yeah, that's odd because you were expecting that there should be full stars because it should end up in the else.
Yeah, because
Ah,
it doesn't qualify for the if else that I made.
Doesn't it though? Can you set breakpoints?
Can I
Yes, I'm
set
going-
breakpoints?
That's the thing. I'm going. Why are there no breakpoints? This is the thing you check with breakpoints.
No, I don't think I can.
You can't
Can I?
set break. What weird programming thing is this? Why are there no breakpoints?
No, I can only like comment things out and stuff.
Who made this? It's stupid.
I don't know. I've been trying to look for another one, but I can't find one.
Oh, because it's a good
well,
case of
I could do it in a simple way. I could simply say print a console.
That's an option. Yes, absolutely. Just that a
So-
printer console, if a printer console else if and a printer console else or something in that direction. Yeah.
Come on. Print.
But is that because this is a thing specifically made to program this device, or?
No, this is one for Python, but it also has MicroPython, which I'm
Okay.
using for this thing.
I can't imagine there's not another program out there, but you know, later. That's a thing for later.
193. Oh, I made a boo-boo. There we go.
Yeah, it's not gonna like that.
Yeah. Else. I still see the console going by. No, it's not.
What's it in then? But did you also put one in if and then one in the else if?
I put one in the else.
No, it's not in the else at that point, so I'm assuming it's in the else if then, but
Yeah.
what you could do is print go like print else if and then behind that like the day phase and phase step so then you can see if it's indeed
Yeah.
why it might be going in there. Like what your values are at that point in time.
It's gonna give me a syntax error. Most likely.
We'll figure it out.
And I'm printing other stuff as well, so. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see that until I put out all the other prints.
Yeah, I fear so. I would at least go like else if just so you have an or you can turn the other prints off for now.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to. I'll put these ones on though. Nah, I'll put these out. Okay. I also don't have a search in this one.
That's annoying.
Or a search in selection I don't have. Which is indeed very, very annoying. Especially if you want to replace something.
Yeah.
It will just replace that number in the whole thing.
Oh yeah, joy.
Yeah.
That sounds
Which
fun.
is- Yes, it's a pain in the ass, so... Okay. Let's see if I have done enough. Else. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
is your phase step supposed to be? Because I'm assuming that is not what you were expecting for phase step.
Day phase 1 is correct, and then it says phase step 1.
It goes to one.
It is going into the ELSIF.
Yeah, it keeps.
It's just It's just executing the ELSIF.
Yeah, because but if you go later, then it does a phase step 0 point something. But every single the phase step is never 0, according to your output.
No, it's when it's 1 that it should ignore it. That's what I'm doing wrong.
We all have those moments.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking, should I put this in there though? Because I'm trying to put this in there to stop it from over-calculating by like setting narrow parameters when it should be calculating this stuff and just ignore it when it shouldn't. But that means that I now have to do like a catch-all for this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So add another else, basically.
Yeah, sometimes there's no avoiding that though. But yeah, now they're back.
Yeah.
But at least you know why. Sometimes it's a good case. It's good that it works, but you kind of want to know why it works.
Yeah. Why is it doing the thing it's doing? Not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah. Yay, my code works.
Well, but why though?
That is generally good to know, because at some point, debugging is going to have to happen.
Yeah. I'm going to take the end out. It's not that big of a problem if it takes longer to do it. But this is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm turning it less bright though.
Yeah, you'd kind of up the brightness a little.
Yeah, and I also give them like a little random color now and then.
Oh yeah, that's nice. So they're a little bit of they're twinkly stars.
Yeah. They're not going to twinkle that much though. Because I'm going to update it like every minute maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
in the end. Or every half a minute. Alright. But that's something I can figure out later.
Indeed.
So we have that now. Yay.
That is nice. Pretty stars. And you're
Yes.
just going to you're gonna hang it on the wall?
Yeah. Kind of like a faux window.
Yeah.
Thing.
Are you also going to like set the moon phases to be accurate to the calendar to actual moon phases eventually? Is that it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I built it in such a way that it only like needs one variable to change the moon phase.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's like an online calendar or something you can get to.
Yeah, there is.
Cool, because you can import the data.
Yeah, it's called time and date. Or something like that. And it also tells you when the moon comes up and when it goes down. Same thing for the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's something you can just easily access via the internet, you can just, get that in, get the data in.
Yeah, but I was thinking, I want to see if I can get this thing offline. Keep it offline so that it doesn't have to like check every day.
Yeah, just
with that
think it every now and then.
So that basically would calculate in how the moon moves, I guess. I know that a full cycle of the moon is 29.5 days. To keep it simple.
That's great. Yes, very useful.
Yes, but it also differs at time of year. Because sometimes it's
I imagine it.
a little bit more, and other times it isn't. So I could easily calculate in here, like go like, oh, there are so many days in the year, then you can reference how many times you've been around, and yeah, that's not gonna work. Damn it.
Yeah, I fear that's going to be a bit hard.
Yeah. So, but I don't know if there isn't like. Should I put a Wi-Fi? Can I put a Wi-Fi dongle on this thing?
I don't know.
Does have USB-C though, maybe. I'm going to put on a real-time clock on this thing. I still have one. Never used it, have no idea how to use it, but I'm gonna use it here.
Figure it out.
Yes. Well, this whole project is figuring shit out along the way.
Well, that is kind of the point, isn't it? It's only...
Yeah.
What was it Jazza says? You're a kinesthetic learner?
Pretty much. I keep screwing up until I do it right.
Well, yeah, basically. That's
Yeah.
one of the best ways to learn.
So, okay. So we actually have our stars in here. So I don't like how they look yet. But maybe that's something we'll change later.
Yeah.
I'm also going to put the moon back to what I wanted to do. Because right now I made it go along with the sun so that I could see if the sun doesn't shine through the moon.
Yeah. I saw.
20. So that works now too. So I can actually make them eclipse one another.
That is nice.
And I can put the moon into the sky in the middle of the day, which is also nice.
No, that does happen. No, at least near the evenings, that tends to happen in summer and stuff. That the moon's already out.
Yeah, the past few days it's been in the middle of high in the sky in the middle of the day.
I have not paid enough attention, quite obviously.
I have. It's pretty nice. Yeah. I've also figured out.
If I try to look up from my back window, I'm just looking at a flat. So.
Yeah. I have a similar problem. Okay. I think I have pretty much done enough for today. I am gonna have to fix though the problem with the moon going over my ground.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to pay.
Yeah, it's because I'm drawing the ground because
before the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I linked my ground with the position of the sun and what color it is. But
yeah,
because of that, it gets drawn right after the sun, and after that, I draw the moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they overlap. So I'm thinking of after the sun is made, I give a value back of like the position of the sun, then draw the moon, and then draw
the ground. Yeah, that's you're basically gonna have to draw it last because it's probably gonna be harder to try and cut bits off the moon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, and it's already trying. The thing is already trying its best with calculating everything.
No, the arc you managed to get in there is really nice.
Yeah, and I'm also happy that I can get the moon to like past midnight. Yeah.
I do like that the dark part of the moon is in fact obscuring the stars, as it should.
Yeah.
Because occasionally you get like these drawings where people draw a beautiful night sky and there's like half a moon and then the other half of the moon is dotted with stars and it's like, no.
No, that's not how that works.
No. Oh, there is still moon there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean we just randomly stopped having half a moon.
Yeah. So yeah, it's getting there. You kind of can see what
really good.
what I'm going for.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
So I'm gonna need more time to actually make the seasons for the ground. That's something I have to like sit at my desk for with a cup of tea and just go loose on a piece of paper, but that would also be nice if that's in there.
No, most of it is workable, I think, with just changing colors, except for winter, because then the leaves will have to fall off.
Yeah,
So
but we can do it like the way you said, that if it's a certain number, I can tell it to look for that number, and if it's that season, that number is 0 or
yeah, they can just
see-through.
color half the tree like the sky and just leave the rest brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
I'm doing the same thing with the moon now, though.
Just your dark part is just sky color.
Yeah, the 0 parts are like the corners that have to be fully see-through. The C's that I have are like the color of the moon, but only a quarter of it. So that's that very dim outline.
Mm-hmm.
The one is the full color of the moon, and now I have like 2, which then is the background, or is the sky color.
You basically created ASCII art.
Yeah,
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but occasionally my Dutch kicks in. It's like a thing.
No, I think it's called ASCII, isn't it? I know what you mean. Also, I've this is like the array of the background.
Yeah.
And when I'm looking at it with the screen, I go like I can hardly see it, but then I'm looking at the stream where it's smaller. You
like
can actually see the tree.
If I unfocus my eyes, I can see the tree.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yay!
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it for today and going to go to bed.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Well, Yaravana, thank you for coming by.
It's fine. I had visitors, otherwise I would have been here earlier, but...
No, that's fine. Just... then you don't hear me suffer my own stupidity while coding.
That is like the core of programming. Oh fuck, did I really just do that?
How the hell did I think this would work? Yeah. That. Well, thank you guys for coming and viewing along with what I'm trying to make. If any of you have ideas, tips, suggestions, please let me know so I can learn from them and hopefully make better code. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.